Okay, so this is Independence Live. We have Florenci, our
Hi.
correspondent in Barcelona. So you're in Barcelona. There's going to be a referendum on the 9th,
Yes, on Sunday.
on Sunday. Okay, can you tell us more about that, please?
Well, we have been trying to get a referendum agreed with the central government in Spain, but it has
Yes.
not been possible.
Uh-huh.
So after two actions of constitutional court saying that the Catalan government cannot ask the people, the citizens in Catalonia, what they want to do in future about integration or in Spain or independence.
Uh-huh.
The Catalan government and the the civil society has decided to go on with the referendum. So on Sunday at 9 in the morning, the voting places will be open.
Yes.
So we hope that we will be able to vote at the end.
Yeah, I understand also that the polling stations will have civilian volunteers, not the official civil servants, because they're not entitled.
Yes, you are right. At the end, it seems that there is like not official, but officiously, I don't know if that's the word, the central government will be doing nothing against the votation if the Catalan government is not ruling all the actions on Sunday. So this is what we name, we say, the civil society, which is acting through volunteers to open the voting places, to be attending and registering the people, and even to inform about the results of the votation in each of the places.
Okay, and how many people do you expect to take part in the vote?
Well, you know that is one of the questions, the $1 million question. We are expecting to have more than 1 million.
Yeah, I have a figure of 1.5 million.
A lot of people that will be not going to vote because this is not, let's say, official one, especially people that will be voting no.
Yes.
And also people that it's a little bit not afraid, but it's not feeling comfortable about something could be happening on Sunday.
I understand. The population of Catalonia, I believe, is 7 million.
Yes.
That's correct. So if the vote is 1 or 1.5 million of 7 million, does this leave the legitimacy of the vote open to question?
You know, we have a population of 7.5, of which they can vote about between 4.5 and 5 million.
Yeah.
And there is part of these people that usually is not going to vote. In Catalonia, we have a lot of abstention.
Yes.
And it could be about usually 30–40%. So let's say that the maximum ceiling for the voting is about 3 million.
Yeah.
You know, as much as we can, people we can move to go to the voting places, it will be a success.
Yeah, I believe that the polling evidence across Catalonia involving all participants shows about 57% in favour of independence. Have there been international talks with Catalonia and the international community?
We have been trying to do it. Catalan government has spent time, efforts, and money to get contact with international leaders.
Yeah.
But Spanish government, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, has been doing as much they could to avoid them. So for us, all the news that are appearing in the press about the 9th of November, about feasibility of an independent country and so on, that is like a victory for us.
Indeed, indeed. And also, is it fair to say that the recent surge in support for independence is very economically motivated?
Well, of course, there is an economical basis, but also there is another point which is very important, is that especially since 2006, where the regional constitution was approved by the Catalan parliament, and in 2010 the constitutional court was not approving a good part of the most relevant aspects of that regional constitution. That was making very clear for a lot of people that we cannot rely on Spain to have a relationship where Catalonia is respected.
Yes.
Together with the other regions. So if you put that together with the economical crisis and how the Spanish government is doing in economics, at the end that makes the feeling of the people that independence is really a true opportunity to improve our life and our society.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of criticism in the Madrid media, El Mundo, El País, etc. Many of the criticisms are that in Catalonia there has been a rewriting of history, that Spain was unified for many centuries.
Well, you know, if you go back in the time and you look at newspapers in Madrid during 1990s, after reading them about what is the situation in Catalonia with language and things like that, it looks like if you were speaking Castellano in Catalonia, you will be beaten and you will be getting like a second-class citizen.
Persecution, yeah.
What is clear that is from Madrid, the unique thing which is valid is what is said in Madrid. Yeah. By the government, by the media, by radio, press. So they just can accept their vision about what happens in Spain, in Catalonia, in whatever the place.
Okay, can we ask a question from a viewer who's asking about whether the Spanish military could perhaps cause a problem? Under the terms of the 1978 Constitution, Madrid is permitted to move the military into any autonomous region which has plans to secede from the main state.
Well, the constitution of Spanish constitution of 78, of course, has a lot of influence from army. Do you have to bear in mind that a lot of people was joking and making and betting after the death of Franco about for how long the army will be staying in barracks and not taking the power. The socialist government was working very hard to get happy the military people, the army people, improving its weapons and weapon plans. We do not expect any kind of action from army against 9th of November. It has been appearing these days in the press different photos and videos about movements of the army, getting tanks and people to Barcelona barracks. But we think that this is just a question of, let's say, normal army activity. It's more worrying other information that has been appearing in the press, and this has maybe to do with Catalonia, not 9th of November, but maybe in the future, and also for Spain, for the rest of Spain, about soldiers being trained to act as a police in case of disturbs and riots. So, but at this moment, we are not anticipating at all that the army could be in the streets on the 9th of November.
Sure. Has there been any suggestion that the Phalange or any of the right-wing organizations may cause some trouble?
Well, it has been appearing some news or even in some Facebook groups a call to go against the votations. But in fact, I'm pretty sure that in some places could be problems about that. But there are really very few people. And in a lot of places in Spain, they really think that we will not be voting on 9th November. And in the case that we are voting, we will be just very few people voting. This is why everybody is pushing to make that the level of the participation is very high. Even the vote has to be no.
Okay. No, just to looking to an independent Catalonia, how strong would an independent Catalonia be? I mean, I see that you have 25% of all the Spanish exports.
Well, there are studies which are not made by Catalan people, but also international people, press release on the Financial Times, on Wall Street Journal, saying that Catalonia could be the seventh economy in Europe.
Yeah.
Of course, the level of the economy of Catalonia has a close liaison with the Spanish economy, as Spain is the biggest market for Catalan productions.
Yeah.
But, you know, there are other countries, a lot of countries which are of similar size than Catalonia.
Yeah.
And they are independent, and they have life, they exist. Against the opinion of Mr. Margallo, who is the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, that even has said in public interviews that Catalonia, in the case of independence, will be lost in the space.
Yeah.
But we are pretty confident that in the case of we get independence, the economy will be a strong economy. Maybe in the first years, maybe 1-2 years, it will be a little bit more harder. But because it's a time to adapt everything, in the rest of Spain, we do not know which will be their position in case of independence, if they will be making some kind of boycott to Catalan products. Also, it is not so clear about staying or getting out of economic union. That it's a point which is important for the economy. But we are really confident that we have a good future as an independent country.
Good. And your relationship with the European Union, do you see the European Union as a positive future?
Catalonia and their politics has been always a pro-European institutions. This is one of the reasons why we are very skeptical about the comments of the Spanish government about that becoming independent will be meaning that automatically we will be out of European Union. And that it's a debate that even the European Union was not willing to start with the Scottish referendum. But also there is a good part of independentist people which is on the opinion that if we are not inside of European Union, we can be inside of EFTA. And what is important is that we are able to relationship with our neighbors. And that we get the control on our country, our finance, our education, our health system. I think that most part of the people who is voting yes to independence in Catalonia, they prefer to be first independent, and second, we will be talking and agreeing with everybody where we will be in institutions.
Okay, I have a question from a viewer. What does Florenci think of the accusations against Jordi Pujol for tax evasion and corruption?
I do not know what he has been doing or not, or how he has been doing his money. He was one of the owners of Banca Catalana. That was a bank that was getting into bankrupt in 1983, I think. But anyway, the position is the same for Jordi Pujol or for other Spanish politicals or other Catalan politic that could be getting into corruption, abuse of power, and things like that. If they are guilty, they have to pay for that. It doesn't matter which is the name. If they are guilty, they have to pay for that.
Okay, so Florenci, thank you very much for your contribution. We appreciate you speaking to us. Independence Live will also be broadcasting from Barcelona this weekend, particularly on the 9th of November. Derek is in Barcelona. So stay tuned to Independence Live. Yep, independencelive.net. And Florenci, thank you very much.
Thank you to you.